Today I'm starting from Colombo to Kandy by scooter on this 1978 Vespa, 48 years, almost 50 years. This is my first Vespa, original Italian Vespa, and running this time from Colombo to Kandy. So today hoping to see things on the way to Kandy, and it looks like it's a nice going to be a bright day, and it's going to be a fairly hot day, which is good. If it rains, it's very difficult to go about. So on the way I'll try to see what I can capture on this historical road from Colombo to Kandy. So let's see. This is Prema Dasa, and he plays the flute, and today I am traveling from Colombo to Kandy, and fortunate to find him, and I am on the scooter, so he plays this Prema Dasa vayasa kiyada then? He's 73 years old, and I have known him for so many years, always get some songs with him, and always enjoy. And it's such a pleasure to have him. Once again, so he always plays all Sinhala songs, all Hindi songs, and he can play Jyoti Pala, he can play Rafi, Muhammad Rafi, and so many things. And I am quite privileged, so that we are together. Life is to be enjoyed, and I travel on the road, and they are the people I see that I enjoy. He's playing Muhammad Rafi's song from Taj Mahal, from the movie Taj Mahal. People are appreciative of him, and in the future we will not get such people. This is a Muhammad Rafi Taj Mahal चित्रपट है ना and Rafi and Lata Mangeshkar song, and later in Sinhala H.R. Jyotipala, our legendary singer, sings this same song. This is the Kadugannawa Ambalama. Ambalama in Sinhala is actually a resting place. This was in ancient times. These Ambalamas were built at various locations on the main roads by Sinhala kings, and now this Ambalama is in Kadugannawa. So what you see on this side, this is going towards Kandy. So now there is a climb, and this is coming from Colombo. So this road is about 200 years, built by the British administrators after the Uva rebellion in 1818. So after that, around 1820, they were decided to have a road system where they could transport the goods and also soldiers. That was the reason they built this road. And let me show this. Here this says that this is was restored by the National Heritage, was rehabilitated Ministry of Technical Tourism. Department of Archaeology also has supported. There is a small sign that says Kadugannawa Ambalama. This is a sign that says Kadugannawa Ambalama on the side of the road. Most people don't stop here because it's just another resting place. But however, this played a very crucial role during ancient times, where people, pilgrims, people traveling from the upcountry. Upcountry is not Kandy, but beyond Kandy. They would come in their carriages and or walk. That's how they travel. So this is what you will see. So I'm getting a break and also a rest for the scooter. I have stopped here to get boiled corn. This is one of the roadside things. So now he actually dipping that in salt water, because his one thing is very hot, and so this is the stove. So he's dipping in salt water, and he will give it to me in one of these corn leaves. We'll cover this with the corn leaves. So going on these road trips, you get all this. Thank you. And so they make some income, and they sell this corn. Then they have this sugar cane, and on the side of the road, what you see is actually not wasting water, but this is the water that comes from the upper mountain, from the mountains that are above here, where this water comes down from springs, and then they collect it from a pool and send it down. So this is 24 hours. This water is, so people come and get a car wash, and then they earn some income. And actually this road above here is where the railway goes, which I will discuss later. So now this is, I'm taking a small break and enjoying the corn, part of the road journey, simple journey, enjoying the corn. I am seated on the side of this road eating this corn, and what I want to share is also this unique landscape in this area. Now there are some monkeys. These rascals are all over the place, and they'll come and actually pluck my corn. Now these fellows are waiting to steal my corn if I'm not careful. So the story is here. Now what you see from far at Kadugannawa, this is the Kadugannawa Pass, and this is where the Sinhala kings used to stay and monitor the any enemies coming from below. And what you see from far, that rock, this huge rock is Batalagala. Now there is a history in this area. See that Batalagala rock. This Batalagala rock is where the Saradiyal, the Sri Lankan Robin Hood, he was there. He used to stop British transport carriages and take that stuff, sell it or give it to the poor. So he is called Saradiyal. And actually to capture Saradiyal, he was betrayed. He was betrayed by his friend and also a lady friend. He was betrayed, and the police, the first British police, went to capture him. And the first policeman that was killed was a Malay constable, and that was the first policeman that was killed in duty. So there's a little bit of Saradiyal, the Sri Lankan Robin Hood, and this terrain, beautiful, and actually it's quite a lot. Actually can't capture everything, but at least because we can share some of the things. I am seated on the side of the Kandy road, corn, and so here it is. Get on the scooter, watching the traffic, enjoying this corn. So simple pleasures. I got a little hungry, so I am enjoying this corn and looking at the beautiful scenery around and enjoying myself. So there'll be more videos around coming up. After the corn, I'm having a plain tea. The side of a small shop here, and taking my own time to go to Kandy. And Kandy is actually not very far. However, there are few places I want to visit before I complete my journey today. This is actually an engineering marvel 200 years ago. After the Kandian Kingdom fell in 1815, actually the kingdom was handed over to the British by the chieftains with a rebellion. And for 300 years, the Portuguese, the Dutch, none of them could conquer Kandy, nor did the British. However, there was a rebellion in the kingdom by the chieftains, and they handed over the king and the kingdom to the British. So after 1815, there was a rebellion in 1818, rebellion. There quite a big rebellion, and lot of the Sinhalese were killed by the British. So after that, the British decided, Governor Barnes, who was at that time, decided to build this a road from Colombo to Kandy. But they had a problem. You see, there was this rock, and to go above that, it was difficult for horse carriages at that time to go. So they had to take, they go on a circle, that means they are going on a very high steep. So therefore they had to pierce this stone. And so they tasked this job to Capt Dawson from the Royal Army Engineers. So he pierced this rock, and in Sinhala they call it Suddha Vidapu Gala. That means the rock pierced by the white man. So that's what it says. So there was also a legend. What is the legend? The legend is that as long as this rock was there, it was a stumbling block to anybody to come over. And they believe, the Sinhalese believe, the Buddha's tooth relic will be protected. The Kandians will be protected. But however, to dispel that myth, Barnes also engineered to pierce this rock. And the other problem was, to come to Kandy in those days, they had to come through Ruwanwella, through the Avissawella area. From Ruwanwella, come over through the plains, crossing the Kalani River, and then come over, and that also to Gampola. And that is how they came to Kandy. So now with this new road, started building in around 1820 and completed in 1829 by the major part of the work done by Capt Dawson. But unfortunately, Capt Dawson was not able to see the completion of this road. So therefore, this is the reason they have kept a memorial for Capt Dawson. It's called the Dawson Column, and which will be shown next. So now this is called the Kadugannawa Pass, where you move from one range of mountains to another range. So I am here. So everybody climbs all the way up, then has a sharp bend. It's actually a hairpin bend. If you look at it, see the hairpin bend coming from that side, and you have to take a hairpin bend to go through this. However, later on with containers and big trucks, this was not practical. And when by that time the technology is available, so what they did was they went and cut across this and bypassed the whole rock on the other side. So this road will be going over this. Now this road is closed because structurally they believe this might collapse because of the vibration of all these trucks. So now nobody can go through this until recently. This other road was built started building in 1980s, especially when they were working on the Mahavalley, where they had to bring heavy trucks, heavy machinery and a lot of equipment. So this road had to be done. So that is the history, but the history is also the first highway of Sri Lanka. You can't call it a highway, but then it's a road. In those days, A1 is numbered A1. The first highway was this, and there it has a history of 200 years of this road. So this is something that somebody passing this area could stop, have a look, take a picture, and remember the sacrifice done by the British administrators and the Sri Lankan workers. So I am here with the scooter, and so far the scooter has done a good job. Excellent, no trouble, winding through the mountains, lot of mountains coming through. So there is a stone plaque beside the cavern. Okay, beside this cavern there is a stone plaque, and here actually you can't see very well. You can't see well, but basically it says William Francis Dawson, who was in charge the Colombo Kandy construction, you see. So this is what it says, and it gives a time frame of 1829 to 1830. That was to 1829 to 1830. That was probably the time this particular stone was drilled and pierced through. But it took quite a number of years to construct this road because of the huge mountain terrain, because this area is 1,700 over feet above sea level. There was actually at that time there were leopards, there were a lot of wildlife, snakes, malaria. So it was a huge arduous task, but nevertheless the British engineering must be commended how they did this. So now I'll have to move on further up. This is Dawson Tower in memory of William Francis Dawson, Captain Dawson. When he started the Kandy Road during Governor Barnes. However, as I mentioned, that he was never able to see the completion of this Kandy Road. He died before that. It is said that he was bitten by a snake, and this is according to folklore and so many other stories. It is said that he had a camp at this site. This is the highest point. This tower is 125 feet, and the elevation is a little over 1,700 feet from sea level. So this is where, in memory of this great engineer, 200 years ago, this difficult task was done. So Governor Horton got permission from the from Britain to erect a monument in memory. So in Colombo there is a street called Dawson Street in Slave Island, Dawson Street, and so many people don't know the sacrifice done by this great engineer. So this is something that all Sri Lankans can be proud of. And his work was completed by his assistant, who became Major Skinner. He was probably a lieutenant under him, because he was a captain. And later on, after he died, Major Skinner did a tremendous amount of other work here. So actually you can climb to the top, but now it is sealed, it's not allowed. So this is the history of Captain Dawson. There is a plaque. I am trying to see whether I can read this plaque. I'm trying to see. This is a part of the archaeology department. Here it is very faded. It is very faded, and you hardly can see. Actually, the government must make some effort. And to get these special monuments done. But actually they have done some work here. I can see when I last came here, this was fairly dilapidated, but now you can see that it has been painted. And of course all the work and the rubbish have been still left here. This is how these people do. They should have cleared this place, and in memory of such an engineer. So here, this is a huge plaque that's here, and it says 1832. That's when this was erected in memory of Captain Dawson. So, and from the top you can see Kandy Road from here. All the vehicles coming up, and now going towards Kandy is on this side. Coming from Colombo, climbing the hill is here. From here onwards up to Kandy, there are no major hills. One or two small hills, nothing compared to the climb, because there is a big steep climb starting from Rambukkana area, which I will mention next. So this is the history of Captain Dawson and his achievement. This is Sri Lanka's first diesel electric train. Earlier, for a long time, until almost the 80s, charcoal steam engines were used. So in 1953 they brought this first brush and Bagnall diesel electric train under class M1 class. And actually it is very sad to see this train in such a dilapidated condition. This should be in a museum. And actually I have ridden on these trains when I was a small child, Colombo to Kandy and to other areas. These trains also ran in the coastal areas. So this train is this locomotive engine is staying in the rain, and see, all corroded. And there is a number 560. There were quite a number. Here it says see, brush and Bagnall, and here it says 1955. So over the years they must have brought a few, and I know that later they were decommissioned these for whatever reason. So I'm just going inside to have a look. So this is what is inside now, and these are the huge generators. These are the generators inside. Basically this electric diesel engines are a generator that's running inside a train. So very simple mechanics, and these trains could go at a very at a good speed. Unfortunately they could be still used as a tourist attraction, but I don't know the view of the government's policies on these matters. However, there is another train that I can show. This is class S3. These are power packs, and actually this was from the United States under the US aid program. And I knew this because here there is some logo here, the US aid logo, and here the government of Sri Lanka's logo. So these were the engines also that was used these were probably in the 60s, in the 60s, and I had gone on this on the coastal area. So this is another engine that is totally abandoned. It's sad that we don't have a railway museum in a real sense. And Kadugannawa was the railway museum, but all the stuff are rotting in the sun, and this Kadugannawa, like everywhere else in the central mountains, has heavy rain, and the rain corrodes this. So for them to restore this will take a lot of money, but I tell you it's worth it, because this is part of our legacy. Because Sri Lanka or Ceylon was one of the first countries in Asia to have railway, and that was done in around 1860. Now there are a few more engines that are there that I can show. So and in 1845 they had a company that was built that was floated in Britain. See, now these trains are all in this dilapidated stage. These things, I'm sure they can be restored. They are all dilapidated. And these were a carriage that is in this terrible state. Terrible state. Terrible state. Terrible state. This is the Kadugannawa railway station, and from Colombo this is the steepest climb from Rambukkana to Kadugannawa. Over a period of distance of about 12 kilometers, it climbs to about 1,300 feet within a short distance, and they are all curves. So now I am at this station where there are no trains actually, but there is now a small distance can be travelled, but however that is not possible after the Ditwa cyclone, where the railway lines were washed away. Now the history of this is in 1845 the Ceylonese government, Ceylon government decided that they should have a railway. They had just completed around 1830 the first road to Kandy, and now they found that the tea, coffee and all these produce were having quite a time consuming journey with bullock carts to take in the produce. So they decided that they should have a train, because Stevenson had invented the steam locomotive, and so therefore in 1845 they floated a company called Ceylon Railway in Britain, and they raised funds just to finance this project. So, and then after that the train work started somewhere in 1850. So by 1860 they had completed the one section from Colombo to Ambepussa, which was about half the distance. But that distance was, although half, it actually the work was probably much less, because that was a flat area. So I come onto this bridge, overhead bridge, where the trains passes, and after Ambepussa there was Polgahavela and then Rambukkana, and that's where the engineering marvel. You have to go on this Ceylon train. They called it the Ceylon Government Railway, CGR. That was what I knew as a child. So they still call it CGR, although Ceylon is not used. So some of them called him Sri Lanka Railway. But it was a tremendous, arduous, tough job there for them to clear boulders through the mountains, and they had pierced so many tunnels, and the view along that trip is breathtaking. And currently a journey will cost about, from Colombo to Kandy, 800 rupees, roughly about $2.5 US, roughly $2.5 US. That for that whole journey of about 120 kilometers. So this is the one of the history, and so it took 12 days to take the produce to Colombo. So therefore they decided this train is very useful, and they were right. So the British did all that tremendous amount of engineering work. I think that was the first task, and second was the Damodara loop, which I have mentioned in another video. It's an engineering marvel too, where the train goes around a loop to climb a mountain. So a little bit of railway history and the Kandy Road on this tour. So I thought share some of these things, and I can see from the top these trains that are engines and all these are rotting in this weather. I hope somebody will notice this or do something about this. And this is the Kadugannawa town, and Dawson's tower cannot be seen because it is at a bend, down at a bend, that's why. So this is how it is.